So celebrate the small things. Peace and love, everybody. This is the Mind, Body, Energy, and Balance podcast. I am your host, Samut, known as Mama Yoga, and with my fabulous producer and co-host, Flaw 700. What's up, Flaw?
Hey, what's going on?
Decision and indecision is what's going on. We working it out how we need to work it out, you know? Momentum is like everything. And I'm determined to be consistent and have and flow with the momentum that we are creating. So we
Mm-hmm.
on here. We, as we say, we outside.
Mm-hmm.
Outside podcast outside. Giving thanks and praise to our ancestors for the love, the energy, the vitality, the strength, the wisdom, those ancient wisdom teachings that are forever influencing and encouraging our life. We just want to give thanks and praise to the divine universal life force that we call God and the ancestors upon whose shoulders that we stand. May these words, may this energy, may this flow of love, peace, and healing vibrate to each and all and be entrusted to each and all to help heal, help balance, and be nourishing, and that we be in service in that way. Ashe, 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 ashe. All
Okay.
right, so we was talking about celebrating the little things. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
awesome. You got a milestone birthday coming up, and we don't want to put all your business out there because I know you ain't that kind. But when we have like these milestone birthdays or these milestone anything in our life, we're like, oh, we got to celebrate. But you, in your wisdom, brought up a very good point, and the point is to celebrate your life and your journey along the way. Like you don't have to wait for one specific occasion to celebrate your life and to be, enthralled and happy with how your life is going. And I think that that's a great um, segment that we can discuss and share out with people, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of just like you was just saying, my birthday. I don't mind putting it out there, but I'll be 40 on June 16th.
Whoop, whoop. We need some sound effects or something.
This upcoming Friday, I'll be turning 40. And
Mm-hmm.
it's been I won't say that
Mm-hmm.
I've been too thrilled about it,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll speak on this because I think that when I talk about things, if you see me talking, and I don't really see a lot, but I think that some of the things that I do say it resonates with people. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not being a Debbie Downer or
Mm-hmm.
negative person.
Mm-hmm.
When I say I had so much anxiety turning 40, because I think
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of us did,
Mm-hmm.
because you start to count down. Well, how many summers do I got left?
Right.
You start to
Right.
go, I got like 20 good years left, and that
Right.
becomes spooky.
Mm-hmm.
And you tend to overthink things and say, well, what have I not accomplished instead of what I have accomplished?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Looking at a 40-year-old black man now and a 40-year-old black man yesteryears is different.
Right.
I'm also a grandfather. I'm not your typical grandfather.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not your typical looking 40-year-old man, the way that we used to look, the way that we used to, the older
Right.
gentlemen used to carry themselves. We're still out here doing squats. We're still out here
Mm-hmm.
doing yoga. We're still out here, creating businesses and brands. Um, so yeah, I decided to, because I was supposed to go to Houston, Texas for my birthday, and didn't even know what I was going to do in Houston. People kept asking me, "What are you going to do in Houston?" I don't know. I just wanted to be under different skies. I just wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say, "Hey, I was in Texas one time in my life, but didn't really have a plan." Well, things got canceled, and just the type of person I am, it's on to the next. I didn't get time to say, "Oh man, gosh darn it, what am I
Mm-hmm.
do now?" It was just like, "Oh," because little shortly after that, I needed a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it as, well, I could have spent a lot of money in Houston, but the
Right.
money that I didn't spend, I was able to spend with purchasing a car. There's no such thing as a for me. There's no such thing as a bad day. It might be a bad hour in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Might be
Right.
a bad 2 hours. but let's not neglect the 22 other hours that you could be using, just for positive energy. And that's just how I look at it. So the question that was asked to me is, what are you going to do for your birthday? Really, I have
Mhm.
nothing planned. I mean, we talked about that a few weeks ago about the alcohol consumption, things like that. Like, what am I gonna do? Drink?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
know, I know what that's going to do to my body. So I'm not.
Right.
I don't want to toast to be to turning 40.
Right.
Um, turn up with who? I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy my downtime. I enjoy my me time. Do I
Mhm.
want to be around a crowd? No. Maybe that's what typically you do when you celebrate
Mhm.
milestones. Maybe I don't.
Mhm.
My birthday should be, what I want. And if I want to sit back and reflect on the
Mhm.
beauty of my life and the things that I've accomplished, then that's
Mhm.
celebration enough for me. So,
Yeah. That's
and,
deep.
and I'm never really eating nobody else's cake. So why do I want
Mhm.
cake? I don't.
Right.
It's some things I don't really just care for. Like I'm not going to get me a cake that says 40 because
Right.
it's a traditional thing to do. I don't eat nobody's birthday cake. Why? Because I just don't want the sugar.
Right.
That's just me. Just me.
Mhm. Yeah, so yeah, everybody, I mean, what you're sharing is pretty awesome, you know? Everybody celebrates or does things that's tailored to them, you know? And so, like for me, people say, Mama Yoga Samut, do you go on vacation? My vacations are, going to the spa, like,
Yep.
2 or 3 times a month. You know what I'm saying? Or, it's tailored to what flows for you. And it doesn't have to be what you think or what society says is the way to celebrate and, enjoy a milestone. Like we were saying earlier, truth be told, a person should celebrate along the way of their journey. Celebrate with regularity, celebrate the small things, quote unquote, small things in your life, from a cultural perspective, in West Africa, various, communities or nations of people, ethnicities, their birthday, actually, the mother gets a gift from the child because what did you do? You was
That's hilarious.
born.
I love it. I
You
love
was
it.
just born. You didn't. What did you do? Like you caused your mother's body to open so that you could come forward.
I
She
put
need
you
the
out on
gift.
this day.
She need the gift. So the child would give the mother a gift every birthday, and I did that for my mom. I'm wearing purple because we're on 6 months of Mama Jean's passing,
Mhm.
my mom. And to celebrate her, she is always with me. She's been with me more and more these last few days, just showing up, in terms of like I would hear her voice. Something would happen, I would be reminded of something she said and all of that, right? But for years, I would give my mom a gift on my birthday, because West African culture is what you do. Okay. Your mama gets the gift.
Yeah.
So I think that may be a valid tradition to bring back.
That's something we
But
should
more,
say. Yeah, I
yeah,
like it.
every year you're here, give your mama a gift. How about that? For 40 years, being her firstborn, being her, second born or whatever, showing appreciation for all of the stuff that she had to do, to get you to where you are, So that's the thinking and the holistic communal approach of our West African communities, some of them, right? But the a bigger message to me is, do you celebrate yourself and your life with regularity? It's the same thing like if you buy china or have like fancy dinnerware, or you have like fancy, a fancy dress or outfit. Do you only put that on, or do you only enjoy that fancy dinnerware when people come over? Is certain stuff reserved for company that you can't use, or you to be like, no, 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 that's too fancy? No, pull it out and use it for your own celebration. Celebrate you. Enjoy your good quality stuff, like for no reason. You know, put on a gown and a tiara. and go to Applebee's.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm kidding. Mama Yoga is not directing anybody to Applebee's to eat. And plus, we don't have no sponsorship. Hello. But the point is, celebrate you. Because, truth be told, none of us know the hour nor the day. We
Mhm.
don't know. So ain't no sense in holding stuff off, having stuff packaged and sealed away until it's that special time. The special time is right now. The special time is here and now. Celebrate yourself. Call some friends over. Pull it out, all that fancy stuff, and celebrate each other. Celebrate yourself. Invite people to a formal tea or gathering at your home and tell them black tie is required, even though they're coming to your house.
Mhm.
You know, they got to come in a tux and a gown, and you can serve them some whatever, but the point is, don't wait till your milestones. Every day you get up and you're breathing air is a day that means that universal energy, God, life force has work for you to do, and that is to be celebrated for sure.
Do you know how realistic Groundhog Day is? I've seen myself, I've caught myself every day being the same thing. And I go, why am I chasing my tail? Why is every day the same? You know? And it's things like that that what we're talking about celebrating little things and doing just something any day. It could be a Tuesday, it could be a
Hmm.
Wednesday,
That's
just
right.
because, right? Because it's up to us to break that Groundhog Day. But if
Right.
you allow it, your Mondays all look the same.
Yep.
Next Monday, you'll ask yourself, why does my bank account look like last week?
Mm-hmm.
You ask yourself, why do just certain questions? I found myself, right,
Mm.
in my journey of wealth,
Mm-hmm.
trying to step out of the norm. And that's me,
Mm-hmm.
people. If you haven't noticed, I step outside the norm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the typical person. I'm just typical
Mm-hmm.
man. And it came to a time where money wasn't flowing and I had to sell some things off. Stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I felt I had value to, like a
Mm-hmm.
computer,
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I like wrestling. I used to buy wrestling belts. Guess who? I had to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's fine, because guess what? I'll get them back. I'm
Yep.
not down for long. If a
Mm-hmm.
second,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't down. But something happened to me an entire 365 days on the exact same, I would say month, not exact same day.
Mm-hmm.
We all have Google photos on our phones that reminds us of memories on a specific date. So
Mm-hmm.
here I was in a pickle again. Let me sell
Mm-hmm.
some stuff off. Me not thinking nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there it was, a memory of me on that same in that same month having to sell something off.
Uh-oh.
I said, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
what am I doing that my life is a complete groundhog, and how do I stop this?"
Mm-hmm.
Right? So just like piggybacking off what you're saying is, how do I? Because if you do nothing, you will live in that groundhog mentality, and you will allow life to happen to you, and it's probably going to be five things, and then you got to
Mm-hmm.
look at it and go, "Why does the same five things keep happening?" When I
Mm-hmm.
realized at first, when I had to sell off my products, I didn't care. It's
Right.
material. I'll get it back. But
Right.
what you have to look at is why on the same date at the same time the same things are happening.
Right. Like a matrix repeat.
It's a
Yeah.
what are you doing now? It's
Right.
what are you doing? Like forget it's not
Mm-hmm.
about material stuff because they come and they go.
Mm-hmm.
They ask me all the time when I left the store last week. I bought something. You want a warranty? I said no. It's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Machines break.
Right.
That's my personal mentality. That's how I am.
Right.
I am.
I'll
So
never get the warranty either.
yeah, I've already like what I'm buying now is already the budget.
Right. Right.
Now you try to hit you with an extra 100, $200. No,
Yeah.
I do not want that. If
Right.
it breaks, it breaks. I'll buy another one eventually or whenever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically just what I want to chime in at. It's just celebrate the small things. So when things happen, um, you don't pile on to yourself. Oh, why
Mm-hmm.
me? That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Why me? We become the victim. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole nother 22,
Mm-hmm.
21 hours where everything's going perfectly fine. You're
Mm-hmm.
sleeping 8 of it probably. You're in the gym for another hour of it. You're playing
Mm-hmm.
with your kids another 1-2 hour of it. Like celebrate the small things. Work on the things you need to work on so that it's not that bad. Some of these
Mm-hmm.
things I'm saying could put some people in a depression mind state. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
why me? I'm a victim. No, you just had to apply and make adjustments. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah, and on that note, that's real, like we talked about a couple of episodes ago. Are you functioning from a victim's mentality throughout your day, or are you empowered? Are you moving forward? Are you in love with yourself and the opportunity spirit is granting you by giving you another day of breath and of three-dimensional life force, So celebrate yourselves, for no reason, just because you have it, because you can. Don't wait for a milestone. Every day is a milestone, you know.
And
And mm-hmm,
last thing, I just wanted to, because I probably won't be able to say this in another episode. Once again, those photos come up of memories, and I'm in the gym a lot, and you'll see a
mm-hmm,
video, you'll see a picture of yourself from 2-3 years ago, and it
mm-hmm,
messed with my head. I
mm-hmm,
look the same, nothing
mm-hmm,
changes, and for a second, I said I'm doing something wrong, and then I snapped out of it because you know how hard it is to maintain.
mm-hmm. Come on
It's
now.
not that you are, oh wow, I'm so much bigger and better and no, 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 no. But hats off to you, sir, for maintaining that over the years.
Absolutely.
Any
Absolutely.
could have lost it, and that's just what I just want to give the people. Celebrate you because you did it. Don't look at the negative. Look at the positive. You did it. If you get up and you move, you did it. You did something. So that's it.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. All right, we're gonna call this episode "The Wisdom of Flaw." All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time. Please share our episodes. Share the Mind, Body, Energy, and Balance podcast. Give us a like and a review on Spotify and wherever you get podcasts. And look out for the up and coming courses and classes and meet and greets and all the exciting things that we have coming up under the Mama Yoga Wellness brand to celebrate you. Peace and love.
Mhm. So, quick question: are you still going to do the episode later?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. If something come to me like amazing,